The order in which you work operations in a mathematical problem is very important. In this video, we will work an example problem to show you the correct order of operations. The first step is just to learn what that order of operations is. When working a mathematical problem, everything in parentheses is done first. Next, all of the exponents are completed. After the exponents comes both multiplication and division. They are equal in order, and you complete them from left to right. Addition and subtraction come last. They're equal in order like multiplication and division are, and so you work them from left to right. P, E, M, D, A, S. PEMDAS. That's the acronym you can use to help you remember the order of operations. So let's use the acronym PEMDAS to help us solve this problem. The first thing that we have to do is look for anything that has parentheses. In this problem, we have 3 minus 7 in parentheses, so that's what we're going to do first. To solve the problem 3 minus 7, we're going to change it to an addition problem. 3 plus negative 7. When we're adding integers with opposite signs, we really subtract their absolute values. So that becomes 7 minus 3, which is 4. And the only thing left is to figure out the sign. Since 7 is bigger than 3, and 7 has a negative with it, our answer is going to be negative 4. Now that we've taken care of the parentheses, the next thing to look for is exponents. Here we have 8 squared. 8 squared means 8 times 8, which equals 64. Now that we've done all the exponents, we're going to do multiplication and division in order from left to right. The first multiplication that you come to in this problem is 5 times 64. We'll solve this problem by setting it up in vertical form. 5 times 4 is 20. We write the 0 and carry the 2. 5 times 6 is 30. Add the 2 and we get 32. So 64 times 5 is equal to 320. Be very careful at this point. A lot of students want to add 320 and negative 4, but we're not ready to add and subtract because we haven't finished multiplying and dividing. So going from left to right, the next multiplication we come to is negative 4 times 6. Negative 4 times 6 is pretty easy to solve because 4 times 6 is 24, and a negative times a positive is a negative. We still have one division to do. Remember that a fraction bar indicates division. So this says 36 divided by 12. 36 divided by 12 is 3. Since they're both positive, it's positive. Now that we've finished all of the multiplication and division, we move on to addition and subtraction. Starting at the left, the first problem we come to is 320 plus negative 24. Remember, when you're adding integers that have opposite signs, you're really going to subtract. You can't take 4 away from 0, so we're going to need to borrow 10 from the 2. Now we can do 10 minus 4 is 6. You can't subtract 2 from 1, so we're going to need to borrow from the 3, making this an 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. And now we just have 2 minus 0, which is 2. So 320 minus 24 is 296. Since 320 is bigger than 24, and 320 is positive, our final answer is positive as well. All that's left to do is add 296 plus 3, and when we add those together, we get 299. When working a problem that has all kinds of operations, you just have to remember PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and finally addition and subtraction.